Did you know one popular nut, found in 70% of American homes, could quietly raise your blood pressure, inflame your joints, and even interfere with your medication? Hello and welcome to Healthy Life Keys, the place where smart choices turn into better years. What if your favorite handful of nuts, something you've trusted for decades, was doing more harm than good? Are you unknowingly feeding inflammation every time you snack? Could a simple switch in your pantry protect your heart, sharpen your mind, and even ease digestion? If you're over 60, what you snack on matters more than ever. So hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone you care about. Because today, we're cracking open the truth about nuts. Let's uncover which ones heal and which ones silently hurt. Let's dive in. Part 1, 4 types of nuts, good for the elderly. 1. Almonds. As we age, the silent wear and tear on our bones can go unnoticed until it is too late. Fractures that once took weeks to heal may suddenly take months. For many seniors, the pain of brittle bones, the fear of falling, and the quiet embarrassment of frequent constipation are daily realities. That is why almonds are more than a snack. They are a silent protector. Just a quarter cup of almonds contains nearly 100 milligrams of calcium. But the real magic lies in their magnesium content. Magnesium acts like a traffic director, guiding calcium away from your arteries, where it can do harm, and into your bones, where it belongs. This dynamic duo supports skeletal strength and helps ward off the dangers of osteoporosis, especially in postmenopausal women and older men. Beyond bones, almonds tackle another daily struggle: sluggish digestion. With 3.5 grams of fiber per serving, they offer gentle relief from constipation, a condition affecting nearly 40% of people over 60. For those who dread the discomfort of straining or the unpredictability of bowel movements, almonds can offer peace of mind. Even your brain benefits. Research from Tufts University shows that almonds reduce oxidative stress on brain cells, slowing the mental decline that many fear but few talk about. When choosing almonds, opt for those with the skin still on. These brown coats contain flavonoids that double the antioxidant power of vitamin E, giving your body a stronger shield against aging. And chew slowly. Older adults with dentures or swallowing issues should take their time, not just for safety, but to savor the rich, earthy flavor that signals nourishment. 2. Walnuts. For millions of older adults, the slow drift of cognitive decline brings fear, frustration, and isolation. Walnuts offer a gentle countermeasure. Shaped like the human brain, walnuts are packed with alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that preserves the integrity of brain cell membranes and supports neurotransmission. Simply put, they keep your mind's wires firing properly. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who consumed just 1.5 ounces of walnuts daily experienced improved mental flexibility and faster cognitive processing after 8 weeks. That is not a long time for such a meaningful change. Walnuts also contain melatonin, a hormone essential for quality sleep. For those lying awake at 3 a.m., replaying worries, or simply unable to rest, a small handful of walnuts in the evening may restore a sense of nighttime calm. Their polyphenolic compounds pierce the blood-brain barrier to soothe inflamed neural tissues, a biological act of kindness to a tired, aging brain. And for your heart, arginine, an amino acid found in walnuts, supports flexible blood vessels and better circulation. Emerging studies also suggest that regular walnut consumption may reduce markers of systemic inflammation and oxidative stress, two key contributors to age-related diseases. Walnuts are a rare food that nurtures both cognition and cardiovascular health, making them a uniquely powerful daily habit. Their subtle crunch can also encourage mindful eating, a practice shown to improve both digestion and emotional well-being in seniors. Keep walnuts fresh by storing them in the refrigerator. A slightly bitter taste is a sign of high antioxidant content, not a flaw, but a feature of their protective power. 3. Pistachios. Blood pressure is called the silent killer for a reason. For older adults who feel fine yet live with numbers creeping ever higher, pistachios can be a natural ally. Each day without symptoms may feel normal, but quietly, tension builds within blood vessels, a hidden threat to heart and brain health. With 285 milligrams of potassium per ounce and a naturally low sodium profile, pistachios help the body flush out excess salt. They act almost like a natural diuretic, reducing systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 points without medication. That may not sound dramatic, but it can mean the difference between a stroke and another day of independence. For seniors balancing multiple prescriptions, the appeal of a natural food-based approach is hard to ignore. They are also rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, two pigments that gather in the retina and protect against age-related macular degeneration. As eyesight fades and reading becomes a struggle, pistachios quietly support visual clarity. These pigments not only filter harmful light, but also help maintain the sharpness of central vision, which is vital for recognizing faces, reading and navigating the world safely. And here is something wonderful. The very act of shelling pistachios slows down your eating. This mindful process not only aids digestion, but signals your brain to stop before you overeat. It turns snacking into a ritual, a moment of peace rather than mindless consumption. Something seniors often crave in a fast-paced, noisy world. Tip: choose unsalted or lightly salted pistachios. For seniors with arthritis, opt for pre-shelled options, but monitor portions. A visual cue, like a bowl of empty shells, can help regulate intake without counting. 4. Brazil nuts. Fatigue, weight gain, mood changes. These are not just parts of getting older. They may be signs your thyroid is struggling, and often doctors overlook it. The symptoms can be subtle and easily mistaken for aging itself, leaving many seniors undiagnosed and unsupported. Brazil nuts, the richest food source of selenium, offer a simple but profound benefit. They support the conversion of thyroid hormone T4 to the active T3. Just one nut can provide 137% of your daily selenium requirement. No pills, no prescriptions, just one creamy bite. This natural boost can make the difference between a sluggish, foggy day and one with mental clarity and steady energy. Selenium also helps maintain myelin, the sheath around nerves that protects cognitive function and motor skills. As this sheath deteriorates with the age, reactions slow, balance weakens, and coordination declines. Brazil nuts quietly fight that erosion. For seniors who fear falling, losing dexterity, or struggling with simple tasks like buttoning a shirt, this support is not small. It is life-changing. Perhaps most striking, recent research suggests that selenium from Brazil nuts may help preserve telomere length. The caps on our chromosomes that shorten as we age. Shorter telomeres are linked to earlier onset of chronic diseases. In essence, Brazil nuts may gently tap the brakes on aging itself, working at the cellular level to extend health span, not just lifespan. Due to their potency, limit intake to 1 to 2 nuts per day. Overconsumption can backfire. Buy them in shell and refrigerate to preserve freshness. Their sweet, buttery flavor makes them a satisfying treat for those craving comfort without compromise. Part 2. 4 types of nuts that the elderly should avoid. 5. Peanuts. They are everywhere. In lunchboxes, baked goods, trail mixes. But peanuts, despite their popularity, pose hidden dangers for aging bodies. Their familiar taste and nostalgic appeal often mask risks that grow more serious with age. Technically legumes, peanuts grow underground and are more vulnerable to mold contamination. This often leads to the presence of aflatoxins, toxic compounds linked to liver damage. Seniors with declining detoxification capacity are particularly susceptible. As liver function slows, the body's ability to neutralize and eliminate toxins becomes compromised, allowing these compounds to linger and do harm. Peanuts also have a high omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, tipping the balance toward inflammation. Inflammation, even at low levels, contributes to joint pain, arterial damage, and cognitive decline, all concerns for older adults. What begins as mild stiffness or forgetfulness may, over time, evolve into something more serious, silently fueled by dietary choices. Another risk: vitamin K in peanuts can interfere with blood thinners like warfarin, increasing the risk of dangerous clotting or bleeding. Yet few are warned about this food-drug interaction. Seniors managing multiple prescriptions may unknowingly put themselves at risk with a handful of peanuts or a spoonful of peanut butter. And store-bought peanut butter often contains added sugars, hydrogenated oils, and excess sodium, making a bad situation worse. For older adults with hypertension or heart disease, these additives can push blood pressure higher and increase cardiovascular strain. For those who love peanut flavor, consider almond or walnut butter as a safer alternative. Choose products with minimal ingredients. Just nuts, no oil, no sugar, no salt. Your heart, liver, and joints will thank you. 6. Cashews. Cashews often wear a health halo, creamy, delicious, and deceptively innocent. But for seniors, they come with a warning label. Their soft texture and rich flavor make them feel indulgent, yet harmless, leading many older adults to reach for just a few more, without a second thought. With 9 grams of carbohydrates per ounce, cashews can raise blood sugar unexpectedly. This is troubling for the 48% of older adults with prediabetes or diabetes. A quick handful could cause a spike, unnoticed at first, but damaging over time. Unlike true tree nuts, cashews have fewer protective polyphenols and less fiber, reducing their stabilizing effect on glucose levels. The result? A sweet spike that the aging body struggles to process. They are also high in oxalates, compounds that bind with calcium and reduce its absorption, a hidden threat to bone density. For seniors already vulnerable to osteoporosis or kidney stones, cashews add silent strain. What may seem like a minor snack can, over years, contribute to weakened bones or painful stone formation. Processing strips many nutrients from cashews. The long roasting process required to remove a toxin called urushiol, also found in poison ivy, degrades their nutritional quality. Many versions are salted or oil roasted, adding sodium and fats that inflame aging arteries and complicate heart health. Smooth and slippery, cashews are also a choking hazard for seniors with dysphagia, and their texture makes it easy to overeat without realizing it, leading to weight gain during a life stage where metabolism naturally slows. If you enjoy cashews, try limiting your intake and pairing them with high-fiber foods to buffer their effects. A small act of awareness that protects your long-term health. 7. Macadamias. You tell yourself it's just a few. They're small. They're nuts. They're supposed to be healthy, right? But here's the catch. Macadamias come with a secret most people never think about. Just 1 ounce has nearly 200 calories and 22 grams of fat, making them the densest nut on the shelf. That may not seem like much, but if your metabolism has slowed, as it does for all of us past 60, those calories don't burn off the way they used to. Over time, a few extra pounds sneak in on your joints, your blood pressure, even your energy. And it's not just the calories. Macadamias are high in saturated fat, the kind that raises LDL cholesterol, quietly building pressure in aging arteries. If your heart's already doing extra work, these indulgent little bites can be more foe than friend. Then there's the dental side. Their hard, oily texture is risky for anyone with bridges, crowns, or sensitive gums. One crunch too many could mean a visit to the dentist. Worse, because they're pricey, people often buy in bulk, store them too long, and unknowingly eat oxidized fats, which your body sees as stress, the very kind that ages cells faster. 8. Pine nuts. They look harmless, don't they? Tiny, pale slivers hidden in pesto, sprinkled over salads, or baked into fancy breads. But sometimes, it's the smallest things that cause the biggest ripple in your health, especially as you age. Here's what your body might be trying to tell you about pine nuts. I cannot process this the way I used to. The most concerning part. Drug interactions. Pine nuts contain certain compounds that can interfere with how your liver processes medications, particularly statins, antidepressants, and blood pressure drugs. If you are on more than one prescription, and most seniors are, this interference could either make your meds less effective or more dangerous. And most doctors never think to ask about a food like this. Then there's something called pine mouth syndrome, a bizarre reaction where your mouth fills with a bitter, metallic taste that can last for days. For older adults already dealing with dry mouth, poor appetite, or taste changes from medication, this lingering side effect can turn eating into a chore. And let's not forget their high oil content, which goes rancid quickly if left in a warm pantry. When that happens, they become little vessels of oxidized fats and inflammatory compounds, the kind that can worsen arthritis, increase oxidative stress, and put wear on your aging cells. Their slippery texture also makes them a choking risk, especially for those with swallowing difficulties. And early research even links certain pine nut compounds to worsening macular degeneration. A chilling thought when vision is already precious. Small seeds, yes, but risky ones. Sometimes, less is wiser. Some nuts heal, others quietly harm. Today on Healthy Life Keys, we explored which 4 nuts can help strengthen your bones, lower your blood pressure, sharpen your memory, and support your thyroid. And we revealed the 4 that can silently inflame your joints, spike your blood sugar, or even interfere with your medications. It is not about fear, it is about awareness. Because at this stage of life, small choices add up to big results. Whether it is swapping peanuts for almonds, or cutting back on cashews and trying walnuts instead, your body will thank you. One day, one bite at a time. We hope today's video gave you something to think about and maybe even a few changes to try. Thank you so much for spending time with us. We know your health is personal, and we're honored to be a part of your journey. If you found this helpful, please give us a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe to Healthy Life Keys so you never miss our next guide to smarter aging and stronger living. Until next time, stay well, stay curious, and snack smart.